graphic is showing here, they may be a little bit more spaced out because these were actually launched on Friday night. So we're kind of on the end of the ability to see these. So they are going to look a little bit dimmer. But they should still be visible. It'll be about as bright as Polaris if you're familiar with the night sky. But look towards the northwest right at 9:51, and they'll gradually go overhead and exit out of the southern sky around 9:56. So pretty cool opportunity to check this out. Set your alarm clock for later tonight, 9:51 p.m. is that time frame, and just keep your fingers crossed that we don't see too many clouds out there. Now into the forecast, we do have a low severe weather threat tomorrow. Not expecting necessarily a ton of severe storms, but just we're going to have that opportunity to see a couple warnings tomorrow. Main threat's going to be strong damaging wind, so that's what we're really looking at for storm potential tomorrow. By Wednesday, we do dry out, and we're actually bringing in a little bit less humid air, so it's going to feel really nice by the middle of the week. And honestly, looking at the 7-day forecast, we are going to stay cooler than average with high temperatures for the rest of the week. So we do have that to look forward to. This is a live look from our Beech Island camera. There was a low severe weather risk for many of our eastern CSRA counties today. Haven't really seen much storm activity though. This was a storm that was just under severe levels in Orangeburg County. That's kind of pushing out this rain cooled air into Aiken County. May be able to bubble up a quick cell there, but we're still feeling like 95 degrees here in Augusta just before the 8 o'clock hour. So it was a hot and humid day, most likely the hottest day we'll see over the next couple. Here's our radar network. So the stalled front's in place, and this is what's going to help set off those storms again tomorrow. But by Wednesday, it does shift a little bit further south, and that's where we get to enjoy a little bit less humidity by the middle of the week. Here's a closer look at home. So we were just looking at this storm from our Beech Island camera. You can see it is producing most likely some 40, 50 mile per hour gusts, possibly even some small hail. That is in Orangeburg County though, so just outside the CSRA, and it looks like for most spots for the rest of this evening and tonight, we should stay dry. As we head into tomorrow morning, not ruling out there's a stray shower across the area right around daybreak, but I would say definitely the best opportunity to see a storm Tuesday is going to be around lunchtime into the afternoon. So storms could actually get going a little bit sooner than what we're sometimes used to this time of year. But with the storms and rain threats starting a little bit early, could keep our temperatures below 90 for a lot of spots tomorrow afternoon. But our in-house model, each run that's kind of come out, it's been pretty consistent, just showing that there is going to be these opportunities for strong cells popping up across the area. So especially later into the afternoon, once that energy just kind of reaches its maximum, that's when we could see some of these storms just briefly turn severe. So a heads up with that. But luckily drying out Wednesday, and temperatures look to stay below 90 Wednesday afternoon. So that is going to feel very nice for us. Here's our severe weather outlook Tuesday. So a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5. Any storm that pops up, just not really expected to be long-lasting severe threat, but as soon as it pulses up, it can just briefly produce those strong wind gusts, maybe some hailstones that are up to around the size of quarters, and not really expecting much of a tornado risk. That's just not the type of ingredients we're expecting with storms out there tomorrow. Here's your day planner Tuesday. So waking up near 70, and then temperatures likely mid to upper 80s, briefly hitting 90 in a few spots depending on when the rain does start for your location. But just going to have to watch out for those hit or miss storm chances starting around lunchtime and lasting through at least to early Tuesday evening. But once again, we are expecting a little relief from the heat and humidity this week. Our heat index not really expected to get above 95 until we get to this weekend, believe it or not. So this is definitely going to be very welcomed across the area. And you can see atmospheric moisture, it kind of peaks up, it starts to increase a little bit tomorrow afternoon as a front does move into the area. That front does push a little bit further south, and you can see we just enjoy some slightly drier air across the CSRA for Wednesday afternoon. Now watch what happens Thursday into Friday. Unfortunately, it's not going to last long. You can see our atmospheric moisture just really plumes up, and this is going to allow for pretty high rain chances Thursday, Friday, even into the weekend, at least through Saturday. So a heads up for any plans late into the week. It looks like we will have pretty decent rain chances across the area. But enjoy Wednesday. Wednesday looks like the best day over the next 5. We'll have that nice weather, mostly dry, less humidity, cooler than average temps, and then the rain does pick up kind of late into the week. Now, late into the week with those higher rain chances, that means our high temps are going to struggle to make it out of the 90s, or struggle to make it out of the 80s, excuse me. So a high temp of 90 tomorrow. Will stay with highs in the 80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, And then into the weekend, it does start to turn a little bit more seasonal again. With those wake-up temps, low 70s, and afternoon highs, mid-90s. But with that slightly drier air in place by the middle of the week, we could get some morning lows back down into the upper 60s, so not feeling too bad there. But make sure you are keeping an eye to the sky tomorrow for any storms that do pop. Just can't rule out a few isolated severe thunderstorm warnings out there. So stay safe, and we'll be right here tracking them for you. Hope you have a great night. Remember, the Starlink satellite's 9:51 later tonight if you want to check that out. And I just posted it to the app too, so you can see it there. We'll have another update for you coming up on News 12 at 11.